Yeah, I'm ready. Okay, so this is Trials Fusion, a very fun 2.5D Trials game where you just control a motorcycle and do stuff with it, like leaning and accelerating and braking and a lot of other stuff. So we press one button here, like that's mostly what we need. This is the 100% category, which means we'll get every gold medal, not including DLC, because that will be called plus DLC, and it would take way too long time. So, first tutorial out of the way. Let's actually menu correctly this time. Into our first track. So, the route for this is pretty straightforward for the first tracks. You pretty much just go into every track you have available except for the first three, because those are the three fastest to complete. So the baggy is the slowest bike of them all. You can do some stuff with it, but it's not really agile, and it's not really that good of a bike. But if you try to do the more challenging stuff with it, it could be a good fun to just mess around with. So we'll try to get through every single track and get the gold medal. What differs with this run is that there is one other tier with medals called platinums. We don't get them because that's a different category altogether. It's slightly longer and a lot more difficult. So 100% mostly because the percentage counter says 100% when you've gotten every gold medal in the game. So moving around, was there my PB? I got that 2 days ago. It was at, I think it's 1 hour 50 something seconds. I forgot. But the world record is 58 minutes 51 seconds set by the Blaze JP. We luckily started speedrunning this game again, and hopefully get a bit more activity into this. So you need 9 medals to unlock the second batch of tracks, and we do these 3 tracks. They're also the 3 tracks you do in pretty much every single category, and I am pretty sure that's the thing that's true. So balancing act, you can't lean at all, so you have to use your throttle and brakes accordingly and don't crash like I almost did there. Now we have Arctic Open unlocked, and going to get the Roach, which is the bike we'll be using most of the time from this point on. So if you have any questions, I'll try to read chat. I'll definitely go for as many platinums as I can. For skill games, it's only Triathlon that is a possible platinum, because it varies on points, and all the others varies on other stuff, which makes it that I only get the gold medal in those. So in the second tutorial we get the Roach. For some reason, not in the first tutorial, you can press the go back to checkpoint button, aka circle, and skip the dialogue, which you can't do in the first one for some reason. And it's a nice little thing. It's not as efficient as just tapping the bumpers in Trials Evolution, which you could do to just skip the entire tutorial and not do anything. So now we get into a bit more tricky stuff with the Roach. Hopefully we can get some good things out of this. For some reason my control feels a bit odd right now, not sure why. So I play with the PS4 controller. I usually use the 360 controller, but I went over because I like the positioning of the thumbs better. We got the challenge, but we crashed, and it's a bit far until we can actually get a fault and the gold medal. So I didn't really try to do that. So we got the challenge though, which is pretty much a prerequisite for every 100% run, in my opinion. Pretty much every speed run of this game. So the game has a lot of nice little things, because the game is 100% physics based. So you use the rider to control the bike. So you lean to the left and right, and that moves the bike. Also, there's a small addition to the bike, rotation you add as well with the analog stick. And it makes it for a very fun and very progressively good skill game, where you get better, notably better, because you have faults and the time. If you can reduce the faults, that's a very noticeable progression, and if you can reduce the time, that's also very noticeable progression. Most of you know this track mostly for Pythobia, one of the more infamous challenges this game has to offer. It's not too difficult in my opinion, like come on guys, it's just holding a wheelie stuff. Okay, let's actually try to read chat. Favorite bike, the Roach. Because it is not used enough. And because I get annoyed every time I have to use Pit Viper on a medium easy track. Except for if they are extremely well made, like some of them in the base game are. But Roach is just like, it's a nice top speed, it just works. It doesn't have any problems with it. So you have the unicorn, which I won't talk about because that could get quite bad. I almost thought about doing the donkey for one track, but realizing that this is a 100% speedrun, not an any percent, it's a bad idea. Landing like that is not exactly fun, because you have a small chance of just crashing because of impact. You're moving nicely ahead. Good thing about 100% is that you just go from track to track. The only type of backpedaling you need is when you need to go back to green on the curve and clean up the last few tracks that you skipped because you only had the baggy. So you can, it's a mostly good speedrun to just commentate over. So this game came out last year, and I've been playing it a lot, and many people have been playing it a lot. There's a lot of good things about this game and a lot of not so good things, but I think the good things are above not so good things. That's why I play it so much. The challenges are a very good piece of this game. It made for a whole new speedrun, which is just the most insane thing ever. So this track, not much of technical stuff, it's just getting the driving lines correctly. There's only one real skip, and that's skipping this loop here, which is very random. Damn, that's a lot. I'm just gonna break that. I have hit that spot there, that empty space and just fallen straight through, and yeah, lost runs to that. Not runs, it's just so early, it's not even called a run yet. Until we get to the FMX stuff, then we could call stuff a run. So, another skill game. Now, Trials Fusion has a very, the entire Trial series has a very fun mechanic called bailouts, and it's ridiculous, including the screams that come with it, maybe. 105 meters is the gold medal, 115 meters is the gold medal, I meant. Sometimes I could just not get that challenge. So we'll just go back to Greenwich Grove and clean up. The real question is, am I better than on Trials than Jack from Achievement Hunter? Yes. That's the short answer. So you see a lot of flips. One, it looks cool. Why not do them all the time? And two, it's how you land with the bike. If you land on the back wheel, there is less resistance the engine has to pull, so you get a slight speed boost. In addition to that, the landing is a lot smoother. Like if you just land on both wheels at the same time, usually just something happens and you don't really have any control over it. Oh yeah, people are saying some nasty stuff in chat. We'll get to that at some point, hopefully. It's not that nasty, it's a thing. And it's a real thing. And it's the best part of this game. You know what I mean? So I could have waited doing this until I've unlocked the TKO Panda, which is a unique bike to this game. It's a four-wheeler. It has all-wheel drive, so it makes for some very interesting movement. Instead of I'll explain later, but instead of using the back wheels to get extra speed, you use the front wheels first. And why the Panda isn't used for more tracks is it's an underrated bike and it's so much fun. I also have a complaint on the Panda tracks. That will come later when it actually happens, most likely when I forget about it. Usually. Actually, I don't forget about it, but it might happen because it's a marathon. So I'm not going to be a sellout on this sweet t-shirt that I have on. This is the same t-shirt I wore at the ESA 15 speedrun of Challenge Percent with Flesh JP and Oyster Guinea Pig. Shout out to those. I have completed the Inferno 4 Ninja. It's difficult. I had problems with it initially, but if you spend enough time, that's what I again like about this game. You get one checkpoint further every single time, and when you get just one step further, it's so satisfying. And that's why this game is so addicting. Just because of the constant sense of progression. And eventually I got through Inferno 4 Ninja, and the capability of doing Ninja Percent, which is the well, it's an arbitrary category where you go into every of the extreme tracks, all 5 of the extreme tracks that are in the base game. And to get the ninjas, you need to zero fold the track, bail out at the end, and hit a trigger. That trigger might or might not be difficult to hit. It's very annoying if you get to the end zero folds and you don't manage to hit the trigger. I've done that a few times and it's very annoying, especially if you do it on Inferno 4. Even though I don't have that many issues zero folding Inferno 4. But also Ninja Percent is the one category where there's the biggest difference between runners in time. I also got the time saver there, that's really nice. I have no idea what this pace is, it's probably good. So, I can speak more about Challenge Percent because it's the more interesting run of this game. Challenges came as a new feature to Trials Fusion after Trials Evolution didn't have it. And initially, we thought that was like a dumb speedrun. It took way too much time because of Top Roach. It would be too difficult to do and would take like a lot of hours. But we spent time on it and we got it to 2 hours. And with a theoretical 1 hour 50-minute run being possible if you actually do, it's a realistic number. Getting that time. They can get even lower, but then you need to like zero fold everything. You can't create the toss of this game, but you can get, well, theoretically you actually could. You could just like take every replay, every IL record, put them in a video and just record a time like that. Okay, that was not fun. That was very close, and we'll see more of those, and they might be a bit worse than that. This game has a ton of user-made levels. If you're not on PC, that is. Unfortunately, PC doesn't have the most tracks. I have the quality though, but the quantity is not there. This game has a good story. One of the DLCs actually implements a very good story, to be honest. And the best cutscenes ever. Everyone who's done those know what I'm talking about, and it's just glorious. This series of 6 cutscenes, I think. So I did a run earlier today, just to practice. It went fairly well. So we should be most likely well underestimated, unless I decide to forget how to play the game in the middle of this, hopefully. Okay, so break, aka watch me be terrible at this game, because now we get to FMX, which is another new addition to Trials Fusion. And yeah. We have a few FMX tracks to get through. Okay, let's see if I can actually get this. Okay. Good thing with some patch ago, the subtitles actually show up, so you know that you actually got it or not, because previously if you disabled the announcers and subtitles, you had no confirmation of if you got the trick or not, so you could be just like standing here doing nothing, and it hadn't actually triggered at all. So let's not land our faces upside down. I can reach that for a long time, but with this bike, the Foxbat, which is the only bike you can use in FMX, it's tricky. Oh, that's... They made this track just difficult enough to make it possible to fault on that jump. Also mashing the X button to make stuff go away. Have you ever listened to rock? Yes. I listen to rock and metal most of the time when I listen to music. So the first FMX track, the one track people would see in trailers and stuff, fairly straightforward, very good chances of getting tricks up, and yeah, the amount of points you need for the gold medal isn't high, and just completing a track isn't the most difficult thing. So the thing about FMX tracks is that they are made in a way that if you don't hold down the throttle, which you usually do when you're playing tracks, if you have a steep hill, you let off the throttle because that's the fastest way of getting down the hill. If you hold down the throttle, the engine will actually be the bottleneck and you will actually not go as fast as you can. But the FMX tracks were made so that if you do that in certain places, you will actually crash and hit objects. And yeah, okay, I'm gonna take this safe because I could very well mess this up. That's not good. Ow. So we're bailing out because that's the fastest way of ending, and we only need 200 meters. Like a Tika Panda, that's the problem right there. If you saw there, if you saw exactly that second. They decided there was a good idea to add the other bikes to the game, and these to these tracks, adding the roach and the rabbit and the donkey when the donkey came out, and I'm not sure where the complaints came from. I have a feeling I know where it is, but for speed in this category, having to do that extra menuing, yes, you know that feeling. You have to menu a bit extra. Another thing as well, the Tika Panda is the fastest bike on the tracks. It's not even close to the other bikes because they weren't made for it. Have I ever get hit by a stone? Well, you didn't say size, so yes, I have been hit by probably a lot of stones. This is one of the really enjoyable Panda tracks to get through. It has a very fun drawing line, and it's fairly long. So getting it very good is kind of always amazing. If you get under 1 minute, I feel like that's a good one every time. You might get it here. It's very close. Yep, got it. Just noticed my shirt. Maybe I should speedrun like this. Now we get to Sunrise Dash. There's one thing people don't notice that much. The camera angle. Camera angle in this game matters. On this track, they messed up the camera angle, and it matters. Because one problem, you can't see very far ahead. And you see in front of the bike. See, you don't see it from behind, you see it from front. So most of this track is pretty much blind. You have to know where you're landing. And the challenges you have to do for challenge percent doesn't make, like, the camera angle doesn't make those easier at all. I have not played the classic games, Kickstart 1 and 2. My favorite metal band is Dream Theater. You should listen to them if you have time. So hopefully we can actually get the time saver here. I need to do some trickery here if I'm gonna do this. Oh! That was lucky. It's very rare for me getting enough speed for that jump. FMX there, for some reason, makes it so that your bike goes a bit further to the right. So that helps a bit of the time. I love how chat has gone full Dream Theater now. Praise our Lord and Savior John Petrucci. Yeah, this one track has a lot of fun time savers. Has a lot of fun places where you could just mess things up completely. So you see the way I'm controlling this bike. I'm letting the front wheel hit first because that makes it so that it's pretty much the same way. For some reason that's just the fastest way of doing it. The same with less friction from the two other tires hitting the ground. But sometimes you just need to do the normal way. Just for safety. Getting that close to a minute is very good. Yeah, the boys JP has the world record in this category. We're in good pace, we're actually getting a very good time. I probably jinxed the run now, so sorry for the hype. Okay, I love it when I do a trick and it doesn't happen. That's the best part of FMX. Okay, so little skip here. Okay, we did it. Double backflip for style. Hopefully I can get close enough. Okay, that's good. Do another one, please. I should get a endo like that. Okay. I gotta love the randomness of Remax sometimes. Suddenly, you hear the yelling, and it's glorious. So Trickmaster, one of the more interesting tracks to optimize. I'll save it after because this is kinda difficult. Okay, good. So, this track, this skill game, you have a maximum amount of points of 1,000 per trick you do. And the amount of points you need for gold is 6,000. And to get 6,000, it's not about doing the tricks as fast as possible. It's about doing them as fast as possible and getting the 1,000 points, because if you do them as fast as possible, you will not get 1,000 points, because the score is dependent on the height of your bike, and it goes from a lower point to a higher point, and when you're at that high point, you get the maximum number of points. You could get very unlucky with some tricks, but there's not a single trick that you can't get 1,000 points on. Every single trick that you can get within those first rounds is possible to get 1,000 on, even though you have to react instantly, and you also need some luck. But I've gotten inconsistent most of the time. Sometimes I've actually had very bad luck with it lately, so that I got it there is pretty good. Getting the shivers, that's not good. Shivering is... it's not gonna help on speed, that's one thing. It's more physics-based tracks. The thing with driving lines, you want to always land on... You always want to land on downslopes, if you can. Because then you get a very high speed boost, and also landing with the back wheel first. I'm getting baited so hard in chat. Hey, shoutouts to my school for having a school trip to DreamHack. That's great. So I can do this stuff in front of all of you. I've been running trials for approximately a year. I'm pretty sure I have. It's that long. Sometimes time flies, sometimes time doesn't fly. I think that in the case of Speedrun Trials Fusion, it hasn't flown. But yeah, I have... The first speedrun I did of this game was like just before ESA 2014. And that was New Game Plus. Because to get a complete new game of this, you have to delete the save file manually. At the time, didn't know how to do that. In addition to the speedrunning community and trials wasn't exactly the biggest. It's now very sizable, in my opinion. Have they still not changed it? Shout out. Whoops. Okay, let's reset that. No one saw that. Ignore that. Didn't happen. Like, you didn't see that, right? Yeah, like, that just didn't happen. Like, this is first attempt right there. I'm playing like God right now. Holy shit. Proud hero. Most stylish thing. Coffin, not the most stylish thing. Let's do a front flip. For style. Because that's what we do here. Okay, I'm gonna get the platinum here. I already have the platinum before the time bonus. Okay, triathlon, let's see if we get the platinum here as well. It's not gonna happen though, because you need a lot of points. I think it's 75,000 points you need. Usually I end up with 80,000 after first thing. Okay, that's a bad start. The gold medal is easy though, but the platinum is a lot more difficult. Okay, I just need to focus on this. Okay, good start. We did it pretty much. There's a lot of stuff you can do in this game. I need 60,000 points. It's not close. That was, yeah. So finally, join program 4, and we get to unlock the Pit Viper, which is the bike you use for every other track from this point on. So again, bunny hop, does that exist in this game? Like, that's one of the things you do in this game, right? Okay. Okay. I'm worried actually about the hard tracks, especially the extreme tracks. It's been going well this far, but I'm not so sure anymore. Rookie Road. We still haven't gotten a single fault on the tracks where we can fault and get the gold medal. It's gonna change now. Wait for it. Okay, I'm not gonna do it on purpose. That would just be stupid. It would be funny though, but it wouldn't be like good to the speedrun. I can call out everything I do in this game, every bad thing I do in this game, because that I can do on purpose. So let's just make that clear right now. Everything I did bad in this game I did on purpose. Like faulting, that was on purpose, just to, like, I don't know, waste time. Hey, we got another zero fault, another platinum. I'm getting wrestling questions, and the only thing I know about wrestling is The Rock and John Cena. Rip shot. Okay. I'm feeling confident about this. Sometimes just have to concentrate. Okay, so we're actually doing quite well. Back to chat. Do I play Smash? What's Smash? It's like a thing where you break things? Yes, breaking things I'm good at. So this track I faulted on. Like, I was just gonna say it, like, this track is the one I faulted on, like, before it even happened. This track has a lot of penguins, by the way. You just can't see them. You need some special glasses to see them. Surprisingly, that's the one thing I'm bad at, is breaking world records. If I could be good at breaking world records, oh my god, what? I could do so much. Boop. Sometimes you need just a little extra noise to make sure that zero fault happens. Oops. That would have looked cool though if I didn't crash. So, all the way since Park and Ride, I think it's a something track. Difficulty is easy or medium, I'm not sure. I think it's medium. And yeah, that's the first time you can actually fault and get a gold medal. We got the last track, but we're not done. Like, not even close to being done. We have the this is just one thing I don't like this track. It looks cool. Okay, no. I was thinking of doing one more there, but no, I did a good choice there. Do not that. Yeah. Let's start over again. Usually I overshoot the goal by like a million points when I think I don't get it. Like that's absolutely accurate, a million points. Okay, let's just roll with it. Okay, we got the gold. that track always gets on my nerves. Let's not do ice climb on the baggy. I've tried that before. Seriously, we're done with the stone question now. I told you the answer. You don't have to kind of repeat the question every single time. This, I could answer a different question. No, this rider has been hitting a lot of rocks, like all of them. Like every single rock in existence, this rider has hit, and he is feeling it. I get some questions. I just feel like am I really that out of date of what's happening? Somehow I'm living in a cave internet where everything is 1 year old. All of the news. Actually, Trials just came out, by the way. Trials Fusion came out just a few months ago. Apparently. Not. Okay, we are rolling at the speed of light. Not light. What? We're not. There's no game like that. Whoops. Meant to do that. So who doesn't love explosions? Michael Bay sure does. And he'd absolutely love this track. Still haven't hit one yet though. Okay. Wow. Okay, let's go for the ultimate swag. It's not gonna happen. Oh, it happened. Time saver. That one is actually not that easy. Well, actually, it's not that difficult, but it's not easy. These are hard tracks. So they're hard. Kinda, I guess. And time has been flying. So this is my favorite track in the entire game. It's just amazing. I love the driving line. Oh, damn. Okay. This game, like, it really likes putting the tire glitches at the best spots. That's the thing I didn't mention at all because we haven't really gotten it much, but the game has a very known issue called the tire glitch, where stuff happens that shouldn't really happen because it doesn't make sense. Like the wheel just gets stuck suddenly, and it makes no sense why it gets stuck. If I'm satisfied with a run this far, I'm not done with it, so I'm not satisfied yet. Can't be satisfied with an uncompleted run. Like, that was pretty much one of my world record times at challenge percent. I was like, they did a really good job at messing it up right at the end. Last 10 minutes, lost all of my time. So it's not done before it's done. Oops. Time waste. Let's do it again. Because who doesn't love backflips and loops? Loopy loops. It's not a loop loop because there's just one loop. That's not even a complete loop either. So, some of you might, well, yeah. Some of you might remember this track from the speedrun I did of Challenge Percent earlier this year at the ESA. I know what happened. I know what should have happened. So yeah. Okay, I'm gonna answer that question. Marathon runs aren't resettable unless the game absolutely requires it. Good landings. Like, just not going anywhere. Like, I want to go to the right, like with most other games that people like to speedrun. People like going to the right for some reason. That's why there's a challenge in this game to go left. And that's awkward. Don't do that. Always go right. Let's see if it gets swag. Last FMX track. If we can get this, this FMX track and the skill game, I'm pretty satisfied. There goes nothing. gonna concentrate on this because this might happen. God, sometimes it's just watching the rider just wiggle around for a moment is very scary at times. For some reason, hard wheeling, getting the goal on this, it ranks from baggy being the easiest, Rouge being the second easiest, and this being completely impossible sometimes. Usually I'm like at half health at this point. Look at that, I'm just losing health constantly. So a trick with this, if you brake, the front wheel will be completely stationary, so it won't deal any take any damage. If you roll backwards, it won't take any damage. You just stop like this, it won't take any damage. So it's a very nice thing to do if you want to get really far on that. Hopefully I haven't missed any tracks. I'm pretty sure I haven't because I've been mashing X all the time, and that's pretty much what you do in this game, in this speedrun. Unlike Challenge Percent where you have to like think, which track do I do next? So this track would be the end of the any percent run. Normally, the any percent takes close to 40 minutes. My record is close to 41 minutes. It's a very tiresome thing to grind because you can't mess up a single thing. Then you pretty much have to start over. And you could do that at any place, and it's very annoying. Because the competition is very strong on that, in addition to me not being the best at trials. Any percent is dead. Confirmed this run, doing 100%. Killing the 80% record with it. Now we get to the interesting stuff. Probably you have looked forward to the extreme tracks. That's pretty much like the highlight of this. Me doing all these extreme tracks and not getting the platinum because I am terrible. So I'm wondering if you guys actually gotten the zero fault on the Ninja on this track. Let's take it slow. Platinums are shiny and I want them. And the zero fault ninja of this, if you've gotten the zero fault platinum in the way of the machine, you can get the zero fault platinum, the zero fault on this with the ninja. Easiest that, are you kidding me? Most people know Rock of Ages for Top Roach. I haven't created a highlight of it on my profile, but I did a very rusty Challenge Percent speedrun just before I went here, and I got this, got Top Roach pretty much first try. Like, that was the first try, no initial reset at the start. So that was amazing, doing that and getting a gold split at the same time. A lot of things happened in that Challenge Percent speedrun, which I'm really happy about. I gotta actually did it. If there are any wanting the reference of how bad I am at that now after having not played that category for 4 or 5 months, I got that 2 hour 22 run. Another platinum. What's going on? So, we're getting stupidly close now. It would be really nice to get a platinum on this one as well. Wait for it. It's not gonna happen. Spoiler. It's too spooky. What did I tell you? It's not gonna happen. What did I say? It's not gonna happen. Whatever, that was close. Oh, that last jump is so stupid. What sort of pace? I'm at a pace. That's all the word I know. I did what the miss? At least lost 30 seconds. So if I'm... No, 20 seconds. 20 seconds? Due to that, one glip and the start, one of the easy tracks. Ski ride, I messed that up. If that time loss means that I could have gotten world record, I'm gonna be a bit mad, but it's not gonna happen anyways. I'm not, I don't think about it right now. So there's some nice time savers you can do on this. You can also lose time very easily. Like, that's the easiest part of this game, losing time. That's pretty much the easiest part of every game, is losing time. People aren't embracing it as much. Well, I'm embracing it most of the time, it feels like. We're getting so, we're getting close, I think. So, Inferno 4. This jump is not fun when you can't get it done like that. Okay. Let's go for it. It will look swag as fuck if I get it. Nope. I got that 3 times in total. That I've actually gotten 3 times in total is ridiculous, because that jump is stupidly difficult and it saves a bunch of time, and when I actually got it, I messed it up afterwards, so no huge time saver. Best way of not losing time is doing that. Okay, losing time still. Okay, so we can finally start talking about the brilliance of this game. Fapping. Yes, it's called fapping. Because this game has a very fun mechanic where if you press the brakes while the rear tire is spinning, the bike will get a slight clockwise rotation. And you could use that in a ton of ways, and it could just be looking stupid, like I tried there, like, no, don't do that. Or it could look amazing, which I also managed to do sometimes, but unfortunately that didn't happen this time. So, speaking of RNG, this game has technically none. This is the only RNG part in this entire game that you should actually worry about. So I need to complete 8 of these levels. 8. The first level isn't randomly generated because it's a static one, but the 7 others, no, actually 6 others, they are randomly generated from a few possibilities about what's difficult and stuff like that. So time will be coming up hopefully very soon. Oh, that was a bad idea. Okay, so that's why Infinite Trials isn't that fun, because you can't really see all of the track. So time is coming up very soon. Time. Okay, pretty sure. That's a PB. I've got 100%, and that's the 100% speedrun. Not platinum percent, which is a lot more difficult. Takes about 2 minutes more if you can actually get every platinum first try. But the world record is 30 minutes longer. So, yeah. Thanks for watching, and maybe I'll see you later at some point.